What's going on, fellow Maplers? So we got an interesting news drop. Starting November 15th, Reboot will have a brand new server. Not only this, but we're also getting some real flashy renames for the existing and new servers. Reboot Kronos for NA Reboot, Reboot Solus for EU Reboot, and Reboot Hyperion for the new North American server. These will eventually drop the reboot tags and become even more homogenized to the regular servers, all in the name of clarity between the two gameplay experiences, which I get a chuckle out of. So this begs the question, is this good, bad, somewhere in between? What does this mean for the game? I'm personally mixed on the idea. I think a new server announced so abruptly is likely a stopgap solution to the overcrowding in NA Reboot. My guess is that they have no real resolution to server capacity, and overpopulation of maps coupled with the influx of new players during major patches to implement in a reasonable time frame. I would have hoped to see more done to resolve these problems. However, this was probably their best fix, and it's not that bad. There's a lot of potential here, I just don't have confidence in Nexon's ability to capitalize on any of it. The core idea of a new server is really positive for the game. It offers a fresh start to experienced and new players looking to compete or enjoy a game where everybody starts from zero together. Some people will do this temporarily, and others will stick around as their long-term game. This is not a novel idea, and it doesn't have to be. Many other games have seen great success doing this. A new server can be great for the game because if done properly, it generates tons of hype as content creators start fresh, race for firsts on boss clears and rare drops. It can be a lot of fun to see how dedicated players quickly smash through content. I think Nexon will see tons of short-term success with this. What doesn't give me faith in the success of a new server is how they frame the update. I don't know about everybody else, but the Maple Memo reads as an apology and a last-minute decision, at least to me. The first paragraph is essentially tickling the balls of the player base to make them feel good. Then they have this weird statement about change can be hard, but let us hold your hand through it. There's nothing overtly negative about this. Well, that is until I tell you about what happened in KMS, but I'll get to that in a second. They should have hyped this up a ton over the past couple months by doing a marketing push, a fresh start to MapleStory, relive your nostalgia type of stuff. They could sponsor content creators for the first week, have lots of incentives to try it out with server-specific events and Twitch Prime rewards, create unique leaderboards for boss clears and unique drops, really made something of it. Instead, they tell us 2 weeks before and say, well, change is so hard and it's so difficult to choose between a slot machine and an actual game when starting out that we really thought you needed server names that have no meaning at all. And we can't really call the new server Reboot 2 because that would just look bad. So here's some names that we thought sounded cool. Also, we kind of need a new server because we don't have the capabilities to fix our original server's capacity issues, but that also sounds kind of bad, so look, isn't this cool? I mean, it's just so ridiculous at this point. The message literally never matches the update itself. They really need a new captain at the helm over at Nexon. I mean, 90% of their problems are just communication based. It's really as simple as that. Their messaging just constantly misses the mark. Alright, now let me tell you the real kicker. So in KMS, to encourage participation in other servers, they literally blocked character creation in Reboot. Wow. I shouldn't really need to explain why this is concerning. One obvious problem is trying to get a friend to start MapleStory and play with you, but let's be real, you're probably a bad friend for recommending MapleStory in the first place. The only reason something like this is positive is if the option is opt-in. But, I don't know. I feel like nearly every decision Nexon makes leaves a bad taste in my mouth at this point. The answers seem so obvious, it's astonishing how they never seem to get anything right. Well, that's my 2 cents on the topic. Like, subscribe, Discord, consider becoming a channel member, and all that good stuff. Until next time.